Hey guys, it is Friday here in West Virginia, and we are going to do our Free It Friday, and we got two of them for you. One of them I think I've already shown you, kind of a sneak peek of it that I crammed in one of the other videos, because I cannot find a picture of it in a thumbnail anywhere, but I do remember showing it to you. So anyways, we're going to show it again today with its counterpart, version A. Because it was version B. And I'm talking about the Autoworld Modern Muscle 2023 Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. And these two are probably going to be two of the most sought after ones from Autoworld in recent years, because of their look and their heritage behind them. Really cool history stories behind both of them, and I'll enlighten you on both. Okay, so first we'll do the version A that we have not looked at before. This is probably my favorite one of the two. This is my favorite Challenger, modern Challenger to date by Autoworld. They've done colored wheels before, but I think they've all been Miho exclusives, like a Rat Fink or Golf or things like that. No stock variant with colored wheels, and no retail release with colored wheels, as far as I know, except for like a Chase or something that had chrome or white or ultra red wheels, something like that. But for a bone stock retail release, modern day Challenger, I don't think they've released one with colored wheels. They've all been black. So this one just popped. As soon as I seen it, I was like, wow, that's really cool. I like the silver wheels. I like the snakeskin top and the white tail stripe. And I like what they're paying homage to. This is the Black Ghost remake. The Black Ghost was a 70 or 71. They say 70. Here's the story, their little story on it, and I'll tell you a little more on it. The Last Call Black Ghost Edition pays homage to the legendary 1970 Challenger RT owned by Detroit police officer Godfrey Quelez. I think that's how you would pronounce his last name. The original 1970 Black Ghost was painted black with a gator skin vinyl roof. I was wrong. It's gator skin, not snake skin. Its lore became almost mythical as it appeared at night to dominate street races before again vanishing into the night. And I'm sure he had a lot of help since he was a cop. I did not know that, so they actually enlightened me a little bit on this story. But it was kind of, I don't know, kind of like the Silver Bullet, which was another very, like, I don't know, historical, legendary Mopar that was also roaming around the streets of Detroit. It was supposedly an experimental car from Plymouth, Mopar, Dodge, but it was Plymouth, and it was a 67 satellite, and it was silver. It was the lightweight variant that they made, and it had some other stuff done to it, like the rear wheel tubs were moved inboard, the rear quarters were kind of bowed out a little bit so they could get a bigger slick up and underneath it, and that one tore up the streets of Detroit too. That I would like to see somebody make a nice 67 GTX. Johnny Lightning has a nice casting, but I just think it's too small, maybe. But if Autoworld would do one and make a Silver Bullet tribute, that would be awesome. I'd love to see that in 164th, even 118th. They may have done it in 118th, but I don't know. But anyways, this is a very cool car with a lot of history behind it. I would like to find the replica in 164th of the 70, and I think either Johnny Lightning or Autoworld does one. Or did one a few years back. So anyways, let's get this guy off the package and look at him. First, I'll take a look at what was in this set. It has the Import Legends, the 1990 Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX, which is a cool casting. I had it and sold it, but it was very cool if you're into the JDM stuff. And they even are going to make the Eagle Italian, which would be a Mopar, but I don't collect a lot of Mopar and Mopar stuff, but it still is a very cool car. And then the muscle trucks, the 2020 Ford F-150 Lariat, which has become a peg warmer. It and the 2015 Ford Mustang GT, they're peg warmers around here. I don't know why, but it just seems like the Fords did not attract much attention here in this lineup. 2003 Chevy Silverado, which is probably the most popular one of this whole lineup. And then the Modern Muscle, the 2015 Ford Mustang, as I just mentioned, and the 2023 Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye, which is the second most popular of the set after the Silverado. Then this one probably falls in third, the 1969 Pontiac Firebird Royal Bobcat. And I love the one version that has the lettering on the side for Royal Bobcat with the white tail stripe graphic. Looks fantastic, right? Reminds me of the old like super stock racing that the dealerships got behind and ran their own cars and stuff. Royal Bobcat was like the Yanko for Pontiac. So pretty cool that they're doing cars like that. That's why I said I'd love to see somebody do the Silver Bullet. But anyways, I've already opened this, so we're gonna get him off the car and take a look at him. And they did a great job on this casting. As I said before in past videos, this is probably the best stock version of a modern day Challenger that you will find from, like, say 2007 to 2023. I don't know if they do the first ones, like the 07s through like 11s, whatever it was, but not sure if they have that year or not, but Green Light does it. Theirs isn't too bad either, but I think Autoworld nails it the best with these wide bodies. The only thing I do not like about them is the corner of the window, the door window. That should not be there. That should be excuse me, open, and you should have your mirror mounted here on like a pedestal, like an old school muscle car style mirror. If they were going to add this corner piece, they might as well have made side mirrors. Even though they would not have been correct, that piece of metal there is not correct either. So I would have rather have seen a mirror there. It would have been a little bit better. That's the only downside of this casting that I can see. Their vinyl top of the gator skin looks really, really good. White tail stripe. These wheels look great. And as I said, the wide body flares look fantastic on this. Detailed gas cap and detailed emblems on the fender legs. Detailed headlights, marker lights, mesh grille. And you have your mesh in the front air dam spoiler area. Nice detailed tail lights with your Dodge emblem, and then the plate says Black Ghost. Pretty cool. Your exhaust cutouts with your exhaust tips and your red marker lights back here. Very sweet looking car, and I don't know if we can get the hood open easily on this. I'm not going to mess with it, but they have a very nicely detailed engine. Just gonna see if I can find a piece of plastic to try to pop it open. Sometimes that will work. Sometimes this plastic on these brick rods works. There we go. That way you guys can get a little bit of a look. Now this hood does not want to open all the way, and I'm not gonna force it, but you could see it has the Roots style blower supercharger in there. And nice detail everywhere under the hood, as Autoworld always does. It never fails on motor compartment detail. Their 1/64th detail in their motor compartments is better than some 1/24th and 1/18th cars I've seen. So they do a fantastic job. So the next one is your version B. And I lost the insert for the package because, as I said, I thought I did a very good video on this one, but I guess I didn't. So this is paying homage to, they're saying the 1970 paint chip car, but these cars first appeared in 64, then 65, then again in 70. So it'll tell you here, this color scheme is a tribute to the original paint chip CUDA that appeared in the 1970 Plymouth brochure, showing all 25 colors that were offered. Teaming up with CG Detroit Dodge offered a custom wrap that could be applied to any 2023 Dodge Challenger with all 14 high impact colors, which is pretty cool. So let's get him off the card, take a look at him. And this is like a Tampo, I believe. I don't even know what the base color of this would be. I guess it would tell us under the hood. If we can get this hood pried open. And maybe see what the original... I don't think I'm going to be able to get that down in there. No. Well, anyways. I guess you could tell in the fender lip here. The fender well. I'm going to say that the car was probably originally white, and they laid this whole body Tampo on it. They did a tribute to the 64 and 65, Autoworld did, and they had both in their older releases from, I think it was about 17 or 18 is when they released them. Because I remember I got them in the Philippines. One of the vendors there had gotten them and was selling them there. They were the older releases that still had the boxes and such. There's a downside to them because they were not like this one with just the Tampo. You feel everything's flat. The 64 and 65s had thick paint on them. They had multiple layers of paint, or I don't know what happened. I think it was just multiple layers of paint because a lot of them, the paint started cracking. I had a couple of them and I didn't even notice the hairline cracks in the paint. The person I sold them to, he noticed and let me know about it. And then I got another set, and sure enough, same thing. And as I said, the one set I had since brand new, I cracked them open and I never even noticed the cracks. They just appeared over time. So this one I don't think will do that because it feels pretty flat and smooth like it is just a Tampo. So that's something to look out for on those 64 and 5s. If you're paying big money for them from Autoworld, be sure to inspect them very well because, as I said, they did have a tendency to have cracked paint. So once again, nice detail here. Same style wheel. No, this actually is a different style wheel. As you can see, these wheels, I know where I've seen these wheels. These wheels are on their Slam Silverado when they first released the square body truck. The white and blue, or blue and white, and the yellow and white. The yellow and white one had a black insert, and the blue and white had these wheels on it. That's where I've seen these wheels. So these are not Dodge wheels as far as that I know, or they look very much like the custom wheel that Autoworld used on the square body. These are the stock Dodge wheels right here. So, anyways, that's where I seen those wheels. I know they look familiar. I knew I seen them before on Autoworld in silver, and that was on that square body. So anyways, back to this one. Stock SRT Hellcat wheels, nice details everywhere like on the other one, except this one you really can't see a lot. You can see the Hellcat head there, and then your marker lights, and I think this is your base paint right here, the white back end of the car. And this one, trying to see, wrapped is what it says. Pretty cool. So nice detail to the Diecast metal chassis. I didn't show you on the other one, but same thing. So that is your A and B of the latest variants of the Challenger SRT Hellcat from Autoworld. And yeah, I'm going to try to find pics of the real Black Ghosts that they have from Dodge. If there is one, I'm not sure, but if I do find it, I want to see what the wheels are, because as I said, I know these are wheels that have been used by Autoworld multiple times on their square body trucks. So anyways, guys, that's it for today. In a week or so, I will be doing an unboxing on the latest Tarmac Challenger, and it is the Moon Eyes. I finally got a chance to get it. They sold out once, and I got it when they restocked. So, I have that coming, and we'll do an unboxing on that together. So, The next video we'll do is going to be on Monday, and it's going to be our typical Mopar Monday, because that's pretty much all I have nowadays, with some Chevy drag cars in the mix. But Monday we'll be taking a look at some more green light Mopars, some of their old releases from their Muscle Car Garage series from back in 07, 08. So we'll be unboxing some of them for you come Monday, so be sure to tune back in for that. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great weekend.